Hello everyone, my name is Supakorn. I am come from IBM Engineering Thailand team. Today I will show you about that how we can create our case solution with our BPM drop-down list. So it means that we can using more flexible user interface and user experience with our case solution. Okay, let's see that about how we can do something like this. The first thing that is I already have the external REST API here. We have the endpoint and we will have the property for the our drop down list here. Sorry that the word is in the Thai language, but I think you can got it that the name is the like the ID and the value is just the detail of the drop down material group here. Okay, and let's see. Normally, if we're going to create our case like it will be using the property UI that you need to wiring the property view with the widget. And today, we will be using the BPM Coach to embed it to the case solution. Let's see that how we can achieve something like this. Okay, here I already have the property, right? Some of the property relating about the procurement solution here. And then I will be trying to show you about what is the difference between the property view and the cost UI that embedded to the case solution. If we're going to click at the property view, normally it will be pop up the case design, right? It will be have the property and the widget that you need to wiring the property view here to your widget, right? Okay. And that's why we cannot using the external API here because everything needs to be the static layout only like this. So if we want to achieve the more flexible, we need to using the case page layout here and in term with the adapter. The very important thing is you select the case adapter page here and you can change it to the case another page type to like the add case or the case detail here. And when you already click at it and you already select and confirm, you will have the BPM UI here. Let's see. Okay, when I will maximize the screen here, as you can see here, we will have the BPM coach and the first landing page of our user. It will normally it will be add case page like. So it means that I can fill my property from the BPM UI here. Also, in our latest version of the business automation workflow, it's already integrated the case user interface into the BPM tool. So it means that you will be have more flexible. Okay. And I will be trying to change our layout first to make you see that what happened when we using our coach UI here. Make sure that you using your coach UI with the human service here. Okay. I will be save and deploy. Commit my change here and just deploy. And I think for the good reason, I will be logged out for my case client too. Because sometimes it will be hit the caching. So it might not reflect to our ledger change if we didn't log out. Yeah, okay. I will add case again. And as you can see here, that the UI layout is already changed and is using the BPM coach embedded here. Yeah. Also add the case detail page too. Everything will be working fine, but we will have more flexibility like this, like the tab UI. But at last, we will be still talking about that we didn't have any drop-down list like. And in this page, I also didn't include the material group here too. So we will be going to change it to make it can using the external API here. The concept is we need to using our case solution to make it called the external API. And if we want to doing something like this, we need to rely on the REST API. And another concept is we call the Open API Spec here, because in the today's standard, normally we be communication between the API, right? We need to have some like the standard. The standard that we're going to use today is the Open API Spec here, or in the previous day, they call themselves as the Swagger, and here they change the name into the Open API too, and it's foundation of the Open API initiative too. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to our UI again. I will select at our user interface here and click at our add case. Yeah, and we will customize this page here. Okay, as you can see here, I will have the material group already, right? And it's already binding to the case property in the material group too, but it will be in the plain text format, which is the thing that we didn't want, because we want to have the dynamic drop-down list, right? Yeah, that's totally fine, but you just need to using the our single select here. Just drag and drop it here and change its name to the material group. So we will have the material group that will be the static text, and material group that will be the drop-down list. So I think I should change the visibility here to make it will be the read only. Yeah. Okay, here. So we will don't using any free text anymore, but we can seeing the property that is already binding here. Okay. At this, we need to binding the drop-down list to the our case property to the material group here, and make sure you select at the value here. Yeah, because we need to binding to the value, right? Okay. And then at the configuration, at the items, the first thing that you encounter, it will be a start with the empty, because it doesn't populate any data, right? So we need to using the item form service here. The service here is like the external implementation. So you need to using your external service here, but normally it will be have some PDF file here, but we cannot using any of them. Yeah, because it didn't relate to our use case. So make sure that you click at the new here, right? And I will using the fetch material group here. Material group here. Okay. And then because when we using the REST API, right, it's somehow that it means that we need to going to use our server-side script to make it request to my backend service that you already seen. Yeah. And we will delete the line first and then connect it again. Okay, let's connect the line here. And end of the line. Going to the end load. Yeah. And here our script will refresh our material group. Okay, and then in here, we need to using our JavaScript code that it can be fetching the material. So I already have some predefined script that I written by myself. Okay, I will explain some of the script here so you understand more how it works here. The first side is that it will initiate the less object. That less request object is similar to when you using the Spring Boot, either using the less template. Yeah, something like that. Or in the Node.js, maybe using the axios that invoke the request. Yeah. And the next here, this line is mean that you are going to use external service that have the alias name called the SAP server here, SAP server, which mean that you don't need to hard code your domain or your IP to your source code, because in case that your backend service has been changed, the domain could be hard that we need to scatter all of our business automation workflow to change the domain, like it would be very bad and very hard. And the operation name is mean what kind of the endpoint that I will try to invoke it. Yeah. So in case some of the people here, some friend maybe they don't familiar with the Open API, I will show you how it works together here. At first, you need to click at the service and click at the plus or the add icon here and click at the external service. Then we're going to add the REST or web service here. And I already have my metadata about the SAP server here. As you can see, this is the external service name, or you can understand it as the alias name, or the how we can invoke the Open API Spec. And it is the backend API that I written in the Nest.js here. Yeah, I will try to add it here. And the server name here is, you just leave it by default. It may be the running number. Don't need to change anything. Yeah. Okay. And here, if you're going to click at the source here, this is the JSON metadata here. And this is the real endpoint of my backend server. Okay. And now you still see that the last two lines have still encountered the error, right? Because when we try to serialize the data, it means that we need to have some kind of the data transfer object to, right? When we using writing our code in the Java, you can using the plain old Java object to map the entity, or you can using the hash map, whatever you want, but you need to mapping the key like this, right? Yeah. So this is the name, and the type is the string value, and the type is the string here. Okay. Let's see how we can map something like this. We need to create out the property, right? And the property need to relate to our code. So the variable will be named the SAP body, right? Because our source code here using the SAP body here. And it is the variable in the local. Okay, let's change it to the SAP body here. SAP body. And then we need to binding to the property. And also when we try to serialize the list, we need to make sure that we select at the each list here. And then I will create the type about the SAP body here. Okay, and they will have the key value here. This is the name, and it will be a string, right? Yeah, that's already correct. And the value also the string. Yeah, that's correct already. Okay, here SAP body, and the SAP body is implementation into the list type. It like when we using the generic data type in terms of the list. Yeah, something like that. Okay, here let's go that we try to run our for here. Yes, service complete, it means that it already invoked the service correctly here. So as you can see, we have the SAP body, right? And it will be returned into our output that will be any list here. So it means that it can be populated to our single drop-down list here. Yeah, that's all. And almost the last important step here, you need to using the name and the value here. This is the map point to your property here. name and value is mapping to this name and value here. The value it will be the display in our drop down list, and it is the something that is we will store. Yeah. Okay, let's save. Everything should be good. Yeah, I'm hope. Okay, I will try to duplicate this. I will copy here. Yeah, just copy it. Okay, and I will change it to another page. Going to the code case detail here and view my instance detail here. Okay, I already customized some of it already. Yeah, I will paste it here. Oops, sorry. Okay, material group here, as you can see, everything is binding correctly. Also, the configuration, yeah, it's using the same property. It's using the same implementation from the fetch material group, which is already correct. So we don't need to configure everything. We just copy it and paste it here too. And then going to my approval page to approval PR here. Okay, I will paste it here. Material group here. Okay, maybe material code. Start with material code and material group here. Yeah, save it. Okay, then we will save. Okay, I think the UI don't need, just need to deploy. Okay, I will exit my session first. Okay, everything should be working. Yeah, let's see. Going to our case client here. Yeah, as you can see here, it's already dropped down here, and you see something 1103. Yes, it's the binding property for my API here. Yeah, so it means that you can customize or flexible as you want. That's why I leaving the first material group here as the lead only value. So you can see when I try to change it, the property here also change. Yeah, like this. That's great. Okay. Just adding here. Yes. Yeah, as you can see, it's already pre-select like yeah, like this. Yeah, then it means that everything should be work. I will click at here, prepare PR data complete here and save. Then it will be notified to my PR approval here. As you can see here, material group. Yeah, but due to this field, I didn't check it at the lead only, so I can edit it. Yeah, but normally we will remove this field. Right? Yeah, we will have only the drop down list here. Just check. Okay, everything should be good. Yeah, everything is complete here. Yeah, that's done. That's how you can customize the drop down list here. And in term of the more, if you want to using the more advanced case, you also can using it to send the API to. For example, here you can send it to this endpoint too. I think we still have the time left. Maybe it's adding more another use case. Yeah. Okay, here. as you can see here, we already have the unique identifier in each timeline. And the last step is we will sending whole of this property to the external system here to my backend service. We will need to using the post method and send it into the body, right? Okay, you see already see this unique identifier, right? We need to reference to this unique identifier and send it. Okay, going to our case type again and going to my activity here. Okay, my process designer is already open. And then we need to adding the another implementation intersect before it's ending my flow, right? And this will be the system task. And this system task is will be invoke my post endpoint. So I can send my post with the body that have populate our case property and send it. Yeah. So this is my KS purchase requisition here. And then we also need to adding the implementation too. Let's create the purchase another the implementation of the service flow here. The service flow will be invoked by using the JavaScript. So here is the JavaScript. Oops, sorry. Yes. Let's go. And the endpoint is already implemented like in the Open API Spec. So I will be using my script here, and the first line will be still like the initiate the REST, the REST API to that we can use this object like the Axios or the REST template in our Spring Boot application to send to request it. And here it is the external service name, our SAP server that we already created in our previous task that we import our Open API spec in the JSON format. And here it is my operation name. It will be the create purchase requisition. And in this operation name, it had implemented in the post request. So in the post request, the key part is we need to retrieve our case property, right? By retrieve our case property, we need to specify the identifier name here by using this method. And by this thing method, we'll be adding it into the alias term. Let's imagine it will be something like the hash map that we specify the key and you will be get the value, right? So here it will be similar to, but we need to using in the alias term here. And when we already specify everything, every key here, or you can call our property, we will send it to this method here. And then you can retrieve the value from our property here. So we will initiate our whole of our now new variable here to retrieve the value. So material here, it will be our value that it will be populated from our case user interface, right? Yeah, just save it here and everything should be work. Okay, done. Okay, let's just close it here and let's try deploy again. Okay, let's I see my application here. Okay, nothing. Okay, going to my business automation workflow here. I change myself to the requester here. Create my brand new. Okay, maybe this time going with the something that probably production time. Yeah, something like this. Okay, which Bangkok here. I hope everyone going to visit my Thailand too. Yeah. Okay, just add it. And I think everything is correct. I just save my data here and I switch my low. Yeah, everything look good, right? As you see can here, my drop down is already predefined here. Yeah, okay, I will okay and send it, and then try to refresh here. Yeah, as you can see here, the data that I can retrieve for my case user interface, and I can send it to my backend system here by using the Open API Spec. Actually, it's nothing, it don't have anything fancy. By the backend here, it will be something like this. I just sending it to this endpoint, and this is the example value here. But actually, you can send any the key value here, and my backend will be retrieve everything. Yes, and that's all of my presentation. I hope everyone can understand more about the business automation workflow. See you later in the next time. Thank you so much. Yes.